Disney Freaks 52 here, and today I'm here with Georgie.
Hey guys, how you doing?
And today we are going to be making our costumes for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. And we're doing 1 out of 4 costumes. The first one, which is this video, is for Pacha, which is for my dad. I have to draw the template, so George, why don't you continue?
So some of you might remember we talked about our theme this year was going to be The Emperor's New Groove. So we picked out everybody a character from that movie, and then we're going to be making all of our do-it-yourself Halloween costumes. So we're starting off right now. Addie is doing a little sketch work for the template for Pacha's hat.
The lighting wasn't adjusting to pen, so...
So we're going to cut out the template, then we'll cut out the fabric, and we're going to try to create the hat. And we're trying to do all of this no-sew, and this is our first attempt, so if it doesn't go well, we might have to rethink and do some things with sewing. But for right now, our plan is to not sew, but to use fabric tack. to hold everything together. So we'll see how it works.
That can be useful for doll customizing, because I remember Delightful using it. Like, use Fabri-Tac glue for adjusting, like, plunging in the hairs, and once you put all of them, put it in there. So that might be useful. Okay.
Well, I'm hoping it's useful for the costumes.
Yeah, true. So here is the hat template. Right here, that's just one side of the hat. The other side is going to be the same thing.
All right, so Pacha's hat's kind of a weird little conical shape.
Yeah.
And it hangs down, it has some ear flaps. So we tried to put together what we thought was going to work. So this is the top up here, and we're going to cut out 2 of these. We're going to use the Fabri-Tac to glue them together. And then we're hoping that we'll be able to just turn it inside out then, and we're going to have a hat. So that is our plan. But we've already lost our scissors.
Let me go get
now
them.
I know that I laid the scissors on the table.
You didn't, George. You laid them over here.
So what we did was we cut out the template that we had drawn on a piece of cardboard, and then we bought just a remnant piece of fabric from Joann's, just brown. It was about like $4 for this little piece of fabric. We folded it in half because we need 2 of these. So we just folded it in half, and then we're going to cut it, and it'll automatically get us 2. And we'll have the 2 pieces to put together and glue, and hopefully our hat will turn out. So we're gonna start here. I can't find my fabric scissors, so we're just using a regular pair. Now the part here where we drew the template is actually the inside. If it's a little jagged or your markers are out of your marker line is not perfect, you don't have to worry about it. It's going to be on the inside and nobody's going to see it. The good thing about this is that we'll be able to do all of the cutting at one time. So we don't have to cut 2 separate pieces. Just by having it all folded together, we'll have both of our pieces. Now we kind of created the shape from watching the movie and seeing the way Pacha's hat lays. So we're actually hoping that this shape works out, because when we first drew it, we weren't really sure how to draw it. So, again, this is our first attempt, and
it's not perfect.
We got some plans, but we'll see how they go. All right, so this is what we've got. We've got 2 pieces like this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to just along the edge, here, up to the point, and then down to the back point, we're going to add the Fabri-Tac. Now we're not putting any glue along here or on the back, because that's going to be open. So all of that is going to go right there. We're going to glue the other piece to it, and then we're gonna flip it inside out and see what happens.
That's
All right?
how you pronounce it. That's why I wrote it on there.
All right.
It's pronounced Fabritech.
Okay. Fine. All right, here we go. We're gonna see how this works. We've never used this before. So it's supposed to dry clear and fast, which may be very important with this. Now, this is gonna dry probably pretty quick. So why don't you even it out by the, start at the point. And then go along to the right side first. There you go. And then just let's gently press it together. And
See how it did.
we're gonna pray and hope for the best. All right. Oh.
We should probably wait till that dries.
All right. So we're gonna let that
I'm gonna go set
dry for just a little bit, and while that's drying, we're gonna get started with the poncho. So for the poncho, we were trying to find something that like a cheap way to do it, and so we bought a fleece blanket.
We didn't actually.
And it's kind of a rectangular shape, so we decided what we wanted was more of a square, so we'd have nice sharp points on the front, on the sides, and down the back. So what we're going to actually do is we folded the blanket, and we're going to
In a specific way.
we're going to cut and remove the excess and turn this rectangle into a square.
Can I?
All right, so now we've got a nice little poncho shape. So for the head, we've drawn a little triangle, and we're going to cut that out to make an opening for the head. All right, so now we've got our shape cut out, and we've got the hole for the head, which is a little bit bigger than what we had anticipated.
It's okay because his thing kind of hangs down on his chest, so I think that might be better. And he just asked if you just set it up in a specific height.
So what we got some ribbon that we were going to use to close this off. So I think what we'll end up doing is we'll use the ribbon to add a little extra space here because we overdid. We overdid the hole for the head, but I think it'll be an easy fix. I think we can fix it without too much problem. So what we'll do is we'll take our green ribbon and we're going to glue it like here, and it'll add some dimension to our opening.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to try. All right, so we took the fabric tech that's spelled like tack, and we put it around the hole that's for the head to go through on the poncho. So we've got that. We're gonna let it glue, or we're gonna let the glue dry for just a minute. It is setting up pretty quick. In fact, it's trying to set up on the table. So I'm trying to keep it from doing that.
Set up on the table.
So I think that our hat is probably ready. It's sat there for a while, so we're going to check it and see how that's holding up.
This has been like a little bit frayed. Like that.
Okay. So I'm just going to gently tug on it and see if it's holding, and it is holding. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it inside out. We're going to see how our first part of the costume turns out, although I am going to do this. I'm going to cut off the excess fabric at the point of the hat because if all of that is inside, it won't let the fabric point up. It'll give it a rounded look. So I want to trim that excess off so that we don't have a big glob of fabric in the center. Alright, so just initially looking at it, it looks like it turned out pretty good. So, on, and then we figure we'll spray it with a little spray starch, and there we go. We have Pacha's hat, and yeah, it's really good. So now that this has had a moment to kind of set up and dry, what we're going to do is we're going to take the ribbon and we're going to glue it along the edge of the poncho. We want to make sure we get it along the edge where we cut so that it doesn't start unraveling. And then we're going to also put a little more ribbon on the inside to stiffen this up a little bit. And then we'll be done. So we have lined the inside of the head hole with the ribbon, and then we've outlined the outside with the ribbon with the Fabri-Tac, and now we're letting it dry. Everything went really well except we ran out of ribbon because we didn't intend to do the inside of the poncho as well as the outside around the hole, but because it was so small, and we ended up doing a double decker of ribbon. So we had just put the ribbon around the front, and I think we're gonna just leave the back plain. But in just a few minutes, it should be dry enough, and then we'll be able to show you what it looks like with the whole thing put together. Here it is, the completed poncho. We did definitely overdo the triangle for the head entrance, but we got some Velcro. So what we'll do is we'll put a piece of Velcro on the inside of it so that it'll attach and sit up on his shirt, so that it's not falling off and he's not have to mess with it all night long. But yeah, so feel like this turned out pretty good.
Yep.
For our first try. So this is 1 down, 3 to go, and we'll keep you up to date as we go along. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, Jay.